Welcome back to WCBI Sunrise. Joining me live in the studio, a familiar face, Miss Martha Allen with Community Counseling Services. Thank you for being here.
Glad to be here. Here to wish everyone a happy May is Mental Health Month 2017.
And that's what we're talking about here today.
That's right. The important thing is the more we talk about mental illness and talk about the signs and symptoms and way to seek help, the more we reduce stigma and the more people seek treatment.
That's right.
And that's the important part.
That's
we
right.
know that last year, 60 million Americans did not receive treatment or did not seek services for mental health stuff. And you know, when you love someone or have a friend that is suffering from a mental health concern, it's a lot to handle. And we have to understand that mental health is an essential part of our life and our overall well-being. So mental illness is common and treatable, and that's the most important thing to remember. It's nothing to be embarrassed of or to be ashamed of.
And so the theme of Mental Health Month is risky business. You want to talk about that theme and what it's in reference to?
It's an interesting theme, but I think it's going to help people learn more about mental illness and how to identify it. What they're saying is the theme this year is risky business, and they're meaning take note of actions that people do and things that could be ways to avoid an overall mental health diagnosis. Things that you're covering up, crazy, erratic behaviors that if we slow down and talked about them, could be an identifier for a mental health diagnosis. Things like compulsive sex, recreational drug use, obsessive internet use. We know that's a problem. Many of us live on our phones constantly. Excessive spending, or you know, even disordered exercise routines. All of those, when we don't do them in proportion, can lead to a crisis.
Oh yeah, with the shopping thing, I can relate to. I shop out of stress. When I'm happy, when I'm sad, buy things when I don't need to, so I can definitely relate to that one.
That's right, and we have to remember that 1 in 5 million Americans suffer from some type of mental health crisis or mental health diagnosis. So this is a subject we have to talk about and talk about regularly, and know that depression is really one of the most common mental health diagnoses, and 16 million American adults suffer from depression.
Well, what are some of the things you can do to help yourself feel better if you do recognize the symptoms of maybe a mental health episode or something? What can you do?
Absolutely. Well, number one, I would say call a crisis hotline, talk to a family member or friend. Don't avoid the obvious. Talk about things with your loved ones. But some fun things you can do for yourself this month are, we like drink an extra cup of coffee. It's linked to lowering depression. Have some dark chocolate and laugh a little bit extra.
Oh, I have all 3 of those. Dark chocolate, check. Coffee, check. Laugh. All right.
That's right. We got it.
Sure do.
Happy May is Mental Health Month.
Yeah. Thanks, Martha, for stopping by. Always a treat to have you, and you always come in with great information that we can all use. Thank you.